I really try to promote that you can heal yourself. When there's issues with your muscular system, with your joints, especially what I teach is that if they've built up over time, you can heal that yourself. You don't need to see not to knock any of my fellow fitness professionals, but you don't need to see a massage therapist, a physical therapist for this stuff. If you know this kind of material, you can heal it yourself.
All right, Julian, I'm excited to be learning from you today. So what do you have for us?
I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me on. Today, I just wanted to teach a very simple stretching routine to do on your couch. So that way you can help to counter the effects of sitting for unusually long amounts of time, especially considering the situation. And this is really beneficial for your back, for your hips, just to make sure you're staying flexible and you don't get too stiff, especially for people that are sitting much more than usual.
Awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait to, follow the routine.
Okay, great. All right. So what we're going to do today is, because we're going to keep this more of a condensed session, we're going to start with a presencing exercise just to make sure that we're leaving our thoughts out of our body attention. Get into the body, get out of the head, and then we're going to go through one side of the body just so that we have the routine, we have the recording, and we can keep it a bit more brief. And that way, for anybody that is following along, they can just loop back to the beginning so they can follow the exercises and then do the other side of the body. So I say we focus on the right side of the body. And yeah, we'll do just a handful of exercises, a handful of stretches, and hopefully you feel a lot better after that. All right, so
I need it.
okay, good. So to start with, what we're gonna do is just grab a seat on the couch. I got mine right here.
Okay, I'm gonna go move back to my couch over there.
Just make sure my mic is close. Okay, you can grab a sip of water if you have. And we're gonna start by just getting into the meditation position, whatever's comfortable. Feet up, feet down. Just closing the eyes. Taking a big lung and stomach filling breath in. Sitting up nice and tall. And then without holding at the bottom or the top, just keeping a circular breath going, we're going to very slowly breathe all the air out. And breathe all the way back in, filling up those lungs. And starting to get into your body, suspending your thoughts. And just feel that beautiful life energy starting to travel up your body. And filling your heart, filling your crown. And just knowing that this is the life force, the chi, the prana, that is our healing essence. And that we are infusing the body because we're going to be working with that today. Nice deep breath in. And bringing to mind the hips. Any tight areas that you know already are tight that you want to focus on. And see if you can send some of this nice life essence into those areas that maybe are tight, maybe causing you some pain, your lower back perhaps. Setting that intention of healing and clearing before we begin the physical practice, starting with the spiritual practice. Deep breath in. And just bringing to mind the feeling and the imagery of what it will be like once your body is back into full health. Acknowledging the pain that's there and envisioning a healthier version of yourself as if it's happening right now. ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome back. Okay. I hope that was some clarity for you, because that's how I like to start all my sessions, all my workshops, is just that bringing our attention into the body, bringing attention in, setting our intention, making sure we're clear. And then after we do the spirit work, the energy work, we can do the physical work. So now, actually, no, we're not going to start with the bowl. I'm going to reset my camera just so you can see me. And we're going to start with just a simple knee on the couch, foot over the back, and sinking down into that stretch, okay? So yeah, just reach your leg back, and the knee goes on the seat and the foot goes over the back. Yeah, exactly. And then slowly, keeping the balance, slowly sinking into that until you feel a nice big stretch in the quads. And maybe even the hips. Yeah, nice, nice. Okay. And just holding that breathing. So what we'll do is we'll do the routine just for the right side. And then that way the routine is set and you can repeat the process for the left after. Okay, and just hanging on to that stretch. Now, if that feels okay for you, you can try pulling your stomach in, sitting your butt a little bit closer towards your heel. Okay, and then pulling your rib cage up a little bit more, just to engage a bit more of the hip flexors. If this starts to bug your knee at any point, just ease the pressure off, reset a little bit, and then go right back in. Nicely done. Okay, and then notice what happens. So we're gonna hang on to the stretch here. Notice what happens when you just angle your torso a bit to the right. That should change the stretch. It might move it down, it might move it up. And then you can change a little bit to your left. And let's take that right arm and let's open up the whole front line here by big stretch over and reach. Okay, slowly. So reaching over your head, turning away from the leg that's stretching, turning to your left. And at the same time, you can see if you push your hip out a bit more. So almost like you're leaning back, but your hip's coming forward. And if you find the right spot, it should get the whole fascial chain right through the hip. Nicely done. Okay, so coming out of that, we'll make a quick stretch and we'll do the very simple glute stretch. So we're going to be targeting the glutes, which is the muscle that is on the butt, or makes the butt. Nice big cross of the legs. Okay, we're gonna sit up nice and tall. Support your knee. We're not gonna push down on the knee. We're just gonna support it, the knee and the ankle from the front, yeah? So sitting up and just fold forward. And just make sure that right leg is relaxed. Just fold forward as much as you can until you feel a nice big pull back here. And just being mindful of your breath, very calm. Calm the nervous system down, calm breaths in, calm breaths out. We're not doing any trigger point release for the glutes because that can get quite tense, very intense. It's just a quick release to do at home when you're sitting, when you're watching something. So we're gonna take this leg and we're gonna try pulling it tight against the left. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to push the right leg away while I'm turning into it and sitting up as you go. So that should make the stretch go quite a bit deeper in the glute, a little bit close to the sacrum. And play with the angles. So if you lean forward a little bit, you might feel it different. You push a little bit from your leg, push a little bit from your elbow. I always say to try a combination of things because the stretch is always slightly different from person to person. So you got to kind of maneuver until you find the one that works for yourself. Okay, nicely done. So for the next one, what I'll get you to do you have a pillow? Let's just grab a pillow real quick and place it on the floor. So we'll try this one. This one's a kind of an intermediate stretch. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the foot on the couch, okay, and then slowly lower the knee onto the pillow. Okay, so we're just along the length of the couch, yeah? So go ahead and put your foot on, your whole leg on the couch. So you're gonna have to turn the other way. Oh, okay, maybe do the left side. Because you're doing the right. Yeah, let's stay on the right side, yeah. So turn around, so left knee is gonna be on the floor. You're gonna swing your right leg up on the couch in front of you. So from here, straighten it out and then place it on the couch. There you go, there you go. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, and you're just gonna keep your balance. You can keep your hand on the couch and just lean into that until you feel a nice big pull on the bottom of your thigh, on the back of the thigh there. Nice. This is one of my favorite hamstring stretches. Very effective. And just breathing. Okay, let's peel out of that slowly. We're gonna go back in. Give it like a shake if you need. What we're gonna try to do now is reach for the toes. So you're gonna grab the toes and pull back and then lean in, and that should get your calf involved, the lower leg. You can also do this stretch standing, but this one I find is a bit more effective. What I like about the couch is that you can really minimize the involvement of the body, because most stretches, or many stretches, you're working equally hard at just keeping your balance and keeping your body upright as you are trying to relax into the stretch. Okay, nicely done. All right, so from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn and face the bench. We're gonna do part 2 of the glute stretch. So watch me first.
Okay.
Same setup as the hamstring, but this time we're gonna cross the leg out in front, okay? And then fold over this way. So you might find this one even better than the last one. Okay, so go ahead and give it a try. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna sit up nice and tall and then lean into that until you feel a nice big stretch in the glutes. And just hang on to that for a second. Nice breath in. Letting those muscles relax. And let them talk to you. Let them try to communicate with you. What's going on in there? I always say pain is your body's way, your muscles' way of trying to say something. Your body can't speak in language, it speaks in sensation. So we have to try to interpret what it's trying to say to us. Okay, so from here, we're gonna peel back up. And then just like the other leg, or the other stretch, we're gonna just turn the leg in even more. So now the knee is sharply pointed in front of us. Okay, so it looks like this now, instead of this. It's right there in front. And then from here, stick your butt out as much as you can and lean forward on that stretch. And what you can do, just like we did on the first stretch, you can angle your body a bit to either side, either your left or your right, and that'll change the stretch quite a bit. You might feel a bit more hamstring on this. You might feel a bit higher on the glute. All good, we'll take it all. Okay, nicely done. All right, so let's come out of that. Next, what we'll try some trigger point release. Let's grab that ball, grab your massage ball. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that ball. So find the hip bone on your right side. We're gonna stick the ball just behind it, okay? So watch me first. So the ball's right on my hip bone now, okay? I'm gonna go just behind it and then let my weight sink into the floor. okay? And just turning my body left to right. This is a huge junction of multiple different muscles. So you should feel a nice massage point here. So go ahead and give it a try. I'm going to grab that ball. So you can get in position first, just gently on your elbow. And so we're going to stick the ball just behind that hip bone and then put our weight right on it. And when you find the right spot, it should feel like the ball almost sinks in. So right on the floor. So you want to get horizontal here. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. And just keep your weight down. Keep your weight down and use your hands to help you just turn left to right. Just explore that area like a circle, front to back, up and down. How's it feeling for you?
Oh my God, it's really...
Okay, that's good. You found a good spot. This is a huge area. I find it's extremely tight on people, especially ones that have any sign or symptom of lower back tightness. Just because the amount of connections right through this joint. And the reason I have your leg bent is that way the joint can be open. Because if you straighten your leg, the joint will lock and you can't get access into this area. So you have to keep it open by bending it. But what we'll try another move here. So keeping that that trigger point in place. What scale of 1 to 10, where is it right now, the pain?
Oh my God, mine is pretty high. I could feel it like all the way on my legs too.
Wow, okay. Try a different spot. Maybe move it a little bit back more, a little bit up.
Okay.
So one thing we'll do, just maneuver your body over the ball instead of moving it with your hand. Okay. So now watch this. We're going to try a release move, myofascial release technique, by just simply straightening that leg without losing any pressure. Okay? So go ahead and grab that right leg from under you and straighten it toward your left foot.
Towards my left foot.
Yeah, all the way straight, slowly. There we go. And then start to peel it back a bit. All the way up. There we go. Nice. You just the knee, the foot staying in place. You don't have to bend your foot. We're just putting that knee up and straighten it up. Nice. Get your elbow a little further away from you.
This one?
A little bit more. Yeah, the right one.
Okay.
Yeah, just so you keep that weight on. Okay, that's good. Okay, now what we can do is take your left hand and just put it behind you. Okay, and we're going to wrap that ball along the back of the pelvic bone here. Okay, so take a look. You can bend both knees and just shimmy your butt over to the left. Or sorry, you're pulling it out under you, so now you're almost sitting up straight. Again, without losing any pressure. You're going to turn back and forth, just rolling that ball all along the entire back of the hip. Nice. Stay a bit lower to the ground, though.
Okay.
Yeah. So come back down. If it's okay for you, if it's not too much.
That's too much.
It's like you're struggling a little bit. Yeah, if it's really bad, you can keep your left side of the body on the floor. So it looks more like this instead of up like this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then actually, you know what, we'll do what you were doing. We'll bring the ball just kind of on the curve of the butt, and we'll put it just, if you can find the epicenter, we're going to go just on the outside of that. Okay? Just on the outside, and let's get that weight back on there. So we're going after a muscle called the piriformis. That one gets a lot of heat when we're sitting for long periods of time. Okay, so yeah, ball's right there. And show me where the ball is right now.
Over here.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you can bring your foot back where it was. Yeah, just untuck your foot, your right foot.
Okay.
Okay. And all we're going to do is get as much pressure as you can on the ball, and then slowly peel your leg up like so. Yeah, foot stays on the ground, and we're just going to do some active release therapy on that piriformis. There's two ways we can do it. We can do it like so, or we can do what we just did. Leave that leg up and bring it down. And if you want a bit more pressure, anyone that needs, just bring your body lower to the ground and keep doing the same things. Yeah, this is a big release. And then move it like an inch and do the same thing. Move it outside, move it inside, whatever works for you. We're trying to hunt down these trigger points and release them. Yeah, always find one. As often as I do this, it's just a matter of the body's constantly under use. It's constantly holding on to tension. So this is one of the most effective ways to relieve that tension in the physical body.
I can feel it.
Nice. Yeah, it's pretty rough the first few times. Okay, so you know what, since we're here, let's do another one that's quite common for people. We'll do the upper back. Have you been experiencing any tightness here?
Yes, on my shoulder.
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite ways to help relieve that pressure. What we're going to do is we're going to lie down and we're going to stick that ball. So if the spine is right in the middle, we're going to go just beside it, just on the outside of that, on the right side.
On the right side, okay.
Between your shoulder blade and your spine, there's a whole array of muscles here that, again, we want to keep open. So if your shoulders are back, the muscles being blocked by the shoulder blade, what we're going to do is when I get on the floor, I'm going to just hold my shoulder open by grabbing the left shoulder. Okay, so that way the shoulder blade's open, the rhomboids, the erectors are all exposed. And I hope you can see me.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got my arm holding over here. I'm going to put the ball just between my shoulder blades, and then I can drive my hips up and down. I can move my arm around. This is probably a lot easier. Move the arm around and just feeling all those knots opening up. So go ahead, give it a try. Why don't you try sitting up? Let's put the ball against the seat of the couch, because this is a really good one for people. So against the seat of the couch, and what we'll do is we'll just press the ball into the couch. Well, maybe not in the crack of the pillows there. Okay, and we're going to find that spot again.
Yep.
And try moving the arm. See if you can get as much pressure as possible. See if you can bring that elbow across your body and back.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Lean even more on your right side. Really drive that ball into the pillow. Yeah, that's it. Don't just turn the head. Turn the torso so it's driving into the couch on the right side there. There we go. That's a good one. Okay, I'm just adjusting, finding different spots. This is really good.
I need this workout.
Okay, so at least you know how to find it now.
Yes.
I think we're getting close to time. So why don't we try using our own hands? Okay, we can just stay on the floor. We're going to try a couple things here. So first one is we're going to take, there's a muscle that runs, if this is the middle of the neck, there's a muscle that runs diagonal right beside it on both sides. Okay, I want you to find that muscle, just first two fingers. Okay, so right here, so right in the middle. Okay, so take your two fingers from each hand, yeah, and point them right on the middle of your neck. And just outside that, you should feel a little bulge there.
Yeah.
Okay, what you're gonna do is press in and away. Okay, in and away, a little higher on your neck.
In and away?
Yeah. So it's like you're almost spreading your neck apart.
Oh.
Hold that. Okay, it shouldn't be choking you at all. I can still talk normally even though I have all the pressure in. Okay, if it's choking you, you're right in the middle. So you have to go a little bit on the outside. And then turn your head up into the left and let your fingers strip that muscle on the way using your own natural oils Turn it up and down. Good. Come back. Chin down. Press in on the left side. Turning up and away. This is another area that's very, very tight when it comes to sitting a lot, reading a lot online. Let me see if I can show you. There, see this muscle here? That's the one we're going for. It's right there. Okay, and we're turning and just kind of pulling it and letting it relax. Exactly, yeah. And so when you have the right pressure on, it should be sliding under your finger like that. Okay? Yeah, there. So hold it right there. Try just one side. Try your left side.
Left side? Okay.
Okay, press in. So you found that muscle. And now pull your head all the way back and turn it so it can lengthen underneath that pressure.
Oh, man.
There we go. Got it. Let's try it a little higher. So we'll go just like even with the jawline there. Press in right in that spot. Same muscle. And turn your head up and over. Don't lose any pressure as you're turning.
Okay.
Good. And if you get really good at this, you can just slide your hand down the whole muscle. Yeah, this is a big one.
You can really feel it.
Really good stuff. Okay. So,
man,
let's try, since we're on the topic of the neck and face, let's try the jaw. So here's my earlobe. I'm gonna go right about maybe a centimeter or two in front of it. Okay, and press and just do some circles right around there. Good. A little slower and press harder.
Okay.
There we go. You can even hold your chin to give you some more leverage. And just using those front two fingers to really get those chewing muscles. And then I can start to work my way down little by little. So a few circles there, find a new spot. These are all the chewing muscles. And for people that clench their teeth, or some people grind their teeth, can guarantee there's a lot of tension in those jaw muscles.
Oh.
Yeah. You can work your way back up. Yeah. And slow it down, slow it down. So you have to go slow and deep, and really imagine you're trying to press into that knot so the muscle fibers that are all knotted up separate. So that's the amount of pressure we're trying to apply here. Manually trying to open those knots up. Yeah, as we work our way all the way through. And while we're here, we can do a little bit just beside the nose, under the eyes. Again, press in and push that muscle against your bone. And you can just, try to, these are good cheese spots as well. Try along you can try your whole face really, but we'll keep this short. Okay, and then the last one, I keep saying it's the last one. For your last one, we'll go beside the eyebrows, right in the space between the hair and the eyebrow.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go for the temple muscles. And again, really trying to just open up those knots. This is fantastic. Nice deep breath in. This really helps increase blood flow throughout the whole muscle system in the skull. Okay, and just explore your whole forehead. You can explore one of my favorites. You can take all your fingers and you can start right above the ear, press in, and really you can try to squish a melon or something. And just dig in, equal pressure on all fingers as much as possible. And we're just doing little circles. We're not scraping the hair, we're pushing in the muscle and circling that muscle underneath the skin. This is a good one. Try just behind the ear. And you can do the rest of your head like that. Okay, so that's a nice primer. That was a good one. Nice primer for a very simple, easy to follow, minimal equipment muscle release, relaxation technique you can try at home. And if anybody's, or for anyone that's following along, you can start at the beginning, go back and do all the spots that you didn't do because you were mostly focused on one side of the body. Yeah.
Oh my God, I can feel my head too. Just a little bit of it already feels, relaxed.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. So just, imagine if we were like spending more time on that, we weren't doing a condensed session, you walk away feeling really, really, really good. Yeah. And connected with your body again. Yeah.
This is amazing, just so simple, but yeah, I wasn't aware my body has all those muscles too.
Oh yeah, that's extremely common because the thing is, like, sometimes you, or most of the time I would say, you're not at a place where it's an emergency. If you're feeling pain, if you're feeling the pain, that's an emergency already. It's like either on the verge or it's already injured, right? So that's why this kind of muscle release, myofascial release is so important, because you find all these problem spots before they become a problem. See, so by exploring your body, you help to keep your body in balance, remove any kind of buildup or stress or knots before they actually become an issue. I always say that where when you're actually feeling that tension there, when you're feeling some pain, it's already been a long time of this, where there are tense spots there. You haven't been paying attention. So the body can't just whisper to you. It has to start screaming for you to give it some attention. That's why I say pain is the body's way of communicating with you. But if you're actually feeling pain, usually it's because it's already screaming, because you weren't you weren't listening when it was quiet.
My body is screaming definitely on the right side. So
yeah. So yeah, thanks for having me. You even reminded me. I haven't done a class yet just for the neck and the face. So hopefully I'll do one in the near future. Oh, that's our cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the other parts, it's something that you could do every day. I mean, just if nothing else, to counter the effects on the muscles from sitting for extended periods of time. Sitting is a huge problem and a huge causer of many issues in the body, especially around the hip region, lower back. So these stretches are a very, very good way to rebalance.
Well, thank you for showing us and showing me, and thank you for being on our show. My intention was to learn, and I've been curious about a little bit more about what you do. And today I got a real good idea, and I know that I need to now have more consistent sessions and consistent time to do this too for my body, because my right side has been screaming. That I know. Yeah, exactly, and this is something that I really try to promote, that you can heal yourself. When there's issues with your muscular system, with your joints, especially, primarily, what I teach is that if they've built up over time, it's not an acute injury, it's not something that just happened, it's a buildup of tension over time, it's a buildup of pain. You can heal that yourself. You don't need to see not to knock any of my fellow fitness professionals, but you don't need to see a massage therapist, a physical therapist for this stuff. If you know this kind of material, you can heal it yourself and become more self-reliant, which is something that I like to promote to everybody. Awesome. Thank you. So Julian, if people want to know more or even take on some sessions, how can they reach out to you? On Instagram, Julian Thomas Fitness, Facebook, Julian Thomas Fitness, website, julianthomasfitness.com. And I'd be happy to host any sessions for anybody that needs some personal support. And also I have a new round of classes and group classes done via Zoom coming up in a couple of weeks. Yeah, so I'll be putting those out on my Facebook and my Instagram. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you again for, I really enjoyed the time. And I said, I'm going to be practicing it. After we're done, I'm going to do my left side to make sure it's balanced. And normally the class, of course, would go left to right. Yes. But you got a preview. We were able to cover a lot of ground. And that should get you off to a good start in terms of healing and rebalancing the flexibility and balances in the body right now. Awesome. Thank you again for being on the show. Pleasure. Thanks for having me. Okay, and thank you for those of you who are watching. We'll see you on the next video.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.